Come, you that are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me. Those words from the book of Matthew are ones Ben Grisamore has taken to heart for the last quarter century. As a member of First United Methodist Church for more than 50 years, Ben has seen the shifting demographics of downtown. He became aware of the presence of the homeless in the area and the challenges they face.
Well, being part of a downtown church, we've had the opportunity to be very aware of the plight or the challenges that our homeless neighbors have. During the really cold weather, and we've had the opportunity to play host with the other churches, now that Inter-Faith Ministries is doing the Warming Souls shelter, then we've been able to be part of furnishing meals for them during that time frame.
It's been a real pleasure working with Ben over the last 8 years with Advocates to End Chronic Homelessness. He was actually one of the founding members of AIC, which is what we call our group. We are an advocacy group who has worked to bring the plight of the homeless in our community to the attention of the public and to our local government. In fact, when the City of Wichita and Sedgwick County established the Task Force to End Chronic Homelessness to study the problem of homelessness and make recommendations, Ben was actually appointed to the Oversight Committee to make sure that those recommendations were indeed implemented. So AIC is very proud of Ben, very proud.
But in addition to his leadership roles, Ben is a hands-on volunteer who has worked tirelessly to assist Wichita's agencies that serve homeless men and women. You'll find him wherever the need is greatest, helping people who are trying to rebuild their lives, often seeking housing and employment after a crisis.
Well, it has been a very rewarding experience. We have had the opportunity to reach into these men and women, to have the opportunity to encourage them, to help them as they need it, and to be able to help them get on the road to recovery. But more than that, it's an encouragement to them, and it's somebody that they can call anytime that they feel that there's a need for them to have a little counsel and encouragement. Hopefully they'll call us and we'll be able to address that. There have been some great successes, and I'd have to say yes, there have been a few disappointments along the line as well. But it's very worthwhile, and it's just a matter of serving one person one-on-one.
A couple of years ago, when Interfaith decided to buy the Spiritual Center so that we could provide space for the winter shelter, Ben immediately stepped up and said, "How can I help?" Ben went back and spoke with his church and his Sunday school class members and other folks that belonged to the First United Methodist Church, lined up those folks to prepare meals and come in and serve the men from the winter shelter and the women. Ben is a lot more than just providing a meal. Ben wanted people to have spiritual feeding as well. So,
I just remember one day in particular, in the morning I'd met a homeless individual, and I was working with him at Open Door, which is our daily drop-in center for homeless. And he was there too, and he was meeting with somebody, and which is pretty normal for Ben. I see him out doing that type of thing a lot. Well, then later on that afternoon, I was helping a homeless get off the streets and into some permanent housing, and I was at his helping hands, helping him get furniture. And I happened to see Ben doing the exact same thing next to me with another homeless person. So I kind of said hi again. And then by the time that night came, we had a meeting late at night around 5:30 with AIC, which is Advocates to End Chronic Homelessness, which he's on the board member for that. And I saw him a third time. So his entire day had been working with the homeless, just like me. But I think the big difference is, that's what I get paid to do. I mean, that's my job, to work with homeless. And Ben is retired. And so when we think of people that are retired, we often think of, going out playing golf and traveling and enjoying being retired, but not Ben. He's going out there and spending his entire day in life helping the homeless. And I found that very remarkable, and it really made me aspire to be who he is. And I think that's the main reason why I nominated him for the Piece by Piece Award. And also, I'm honored and blessed to call him a friend as well.